So good morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to invite you who sit on the mat and cushion, please move forward a few up the first row. Thank you. So let us begin with 3 sounds of the bell. Please sit beautifully. Enjoy the sound of the bell. Bring your mind back to your body. Thank you. So dear respected Thai and dear beloved community, before we start, I would like to ask, one thing is about the monastic community. We already have met and we kind of make announcement for everybody. We will begin on time, and also we stop on time. So we will start at 9:30 and we will begin at 9:30. And please, for any activity, please come early, 5 to 10 minutes before the activity start. And now I would like to ask who will come here for just today. Please raise your hand. And who is the very first time here? You know nothing about practice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You totally new for this tradition. You knew. Oh, okay, and you too? Welcome. Thank you. I'm so happy to see you, to come here and practice with us. And myself, I treasure all of you because I know you have to make some arrangement so you can be here with us. And the time, very treasure. We come together, we practice together. And some of you are new here, And also today we have a special ceremony. We will recite the 14 mindfulness training. Schedule kind of packed, but we can do it. I will help my sister to give a short orientation for you. Because when you come here, we want you to feel at home. And we want you to know what are we doing here. So we can synchronize, practice together. So what are we doing here? For someone already know us, so what are we doing here? Can you answer? You don't know what are we doing here. It's okay. Generating the collective mindfulness. Be in peace. That's wonderful. Come back to ourselves. Sitting. My answer is so all answers are correct. Because that's what you need. That's why you are here. We come here, we practice together, we cultivate the energy we call mindfulness. Mindfulness is the base of all our action, of all our thinking, and of all our speech. We say we practice. Mindfulness is the energy to help us to recognize what happened inside of us and around us. We want to cultivate that kind of energy. But how? We are using our breathing, mindful breathing, to cultivate our energy of mindfulness. We are using our steps to cultivate our energy of mindfulness. And our teacher, he taught us the whole day we need to go back to ourselves as soon as we remember and cultivate that kind of energy. That's why you see, for someone here with us, like in the weekend, or a week, or a few days, you can see we create the environment to help us to remember that, to remember how to practice, to remember how to go back to ourselves, to remember how to breathe in mindfulness. That is the goal, it's the main thing, it's the basic of our practice, of our Plum Village tradition. Sometimes we see us stop. Maybe you will ask, what are they doing? We stop because we want to come back to ourselves. We want to stop because we want to stop in the thinking so we can have a chance to go back to ourselves. So some of you stay with us just for a few days. The question is, did you do that? If you did, please raise your hand. Really? Nobody? 1, 2, 3, 4. You stay here with us many days. You didn't do anything. That's interesting. Did you get the orientation when you come here? Did you? Who gave that orientation? Huh? You know, when you go back to yourself by using the mindful breathing, and you will see one thing very clear. That is, I'm sure you don't know, the present moment. Our teacher, he emphasized the present moment a lot. Because we lose the present moment very easily. The present moment, they help us to restore our energy. Because when you are thinking, we lose our energy. We spend our energy for something we don't need. We worry about the future. We regret about the past. We lose our energy. And if you can come back to the present moment, you will recognize what happened right here and right now in your body and in the situation you are in. Right now, what happened? You can recognize your body, your physical body, still healthy, right? It still functions very well. That's why we are here. And when you look around, what do you see? You see you are very lucky because you're surrounded by so many practitioners. They practice the same with you, and they will support you in the practice. And when you come here, this meditation hall, you sit down, you practice the meditation. Is that easy than you do at home? Because you should get support by the energy of the whole Sangha. And you don't need to worry anything. Just sit and practice with us. Because we already create this environment for you, for all of you. So we can do together. And during the practice, if we do it right, you will feel Your body kind of light. Your mind not wandering around. And if you do it right, you feel joy when you sit. You feel happy when you walk, because you already stay in the present moment. The worry, the regrets, no longer to manifest in your mind. And because you already get support by the Sangha, and I want you to use that. Take that for granted. Because this energy, very treasure. Imagine if you go back home, you won't see this kind of energy. In your job, your school, maybe your family will carry you around and pull you out of the present moment. Now, the question I ask you, so do you know what you do in here? If you know, please raise your hand. Make me happy, come on. Appreciate that. In the present moment, what do you see? We see time. We see spaces. Right? We see our mind. And we see the matter, material, everything. Why we need to see that? We need to see that clearly, because if we can see that, we can see around us we have many conditions to make us happy, to make us feel joy, to make us feel how fortunate we have. And in the present moment also help us to see our life very meaningful, our life very treasure. Let me tell you a story. It's a real story. So before that, can we have one sound of the bell? Now, when you hear the sound of the bell, I would like to invite you to really bring your mind back to your body and feel the present moment. Thank you. Chắc xin miếng nước. So, what did you see? Feel it? Did you feel it? And if you can feel it, do you feel you're really alive? Because only the present moment you can touch life deeply. You can feel the weather. You can see the flower. You can see the beautiful people around you. You can see what happened in your body. I repeat that again, because some of us, or most of us, or few of us, often we forgot our body. We jump to the work, the job, and we do all day long. Until we finish, we feel tired. Because we lost the communication with our body. Our body, we forgot very easily. We forget it easily. So with the one you love, what happened with the one you love? And that's why sometimes we regret, because when the condition I just asked my brother and sister, give me some water. And sometimes something we treasure, what we not present. And until that person, they left us, and we feel, oh, they left. And something very important, but we didn't really pay attention. We didn't really present for that. For example, our health, our physical body still function well. But we didn't really, sometimes we didn't really aware of that. We didn't really treasure that. Until one day, a doctor tells you, you need to take medicine. And say, oh, really? So that's why the present moment is a wonderful moment to help us to go back and take care of us and take care of someone we love. And I think when I heard Thầy say about the present moment, I really didn't pay attention much until one day. It happened in Upper Hamlet, Plum Village in France. At that day, we have a guy, a man. I don't know what happened. He go crazy. He run around the hamlet. He take off the clothes. He yelling anybody without any reason. And you know what? 4 or 5 of younger monk, Western monk, they're bigger, chasing him. And we kind of make a surrounding him, so he pushed him to go to the big meditation hall in Upper Hamlet. And 5 of us tried to hold him down. Very difficult. Very, very difficult. He jumped and he punched and he do everything because he kind of he loses his control, kind of paranoid and go crazy. And one of my elder brothers, one of them is get punched by his eye, and he get ice ball. And at that time, I promise I'm not jumping there. I stay behind and I try to watch and see how my brother they deal with something like that. With me, call 911, easy. He need doctor, he need medicine, he need police. But in France, I don't know what the number. Somebody know in France the number emergency? In US, we are 911, right? Very easy. In France, I don't know. And you know what? I saw my brother, the elder, the one get ice ball. He go very close to the guy, the crazy. He said something in his ear. I don't know what happened. And I tried to come closer. But at the time, he still very moving and very violent. And you know what happened? You know what he said? He gave the guided meditation to that crazy guy. I said, I don't believe it. You think it worked? But I don't think that worked. I believe very strongly that guy need medicine. And you know what? Just a few minutes later, he keeps saying, my elder brother, he keeps saying, breathing in, I calm, breathing out, I relax. Calm, relax, man, calm, relax. Go back to your breathing. And he's still moving until he said, breathing in, I dwell in the present moment. Breathing out, everything's okay. Open your eyes, look around, everything okay. Dwell in the present moment. That miracle happened. He stopped to moving. And he stopped and he relaxed right away. I said, wow. And later, I think a few minutes later, that crazy man, he we can say like, wake up. And we help him to sit up. And he started to cry. And later, you know what happened? Later is everything okay. I'm curious. And I came directly to that, my elder brother. I say, how do you so sure guided meditation help that guy? Even he get an eyeball. And he said, he did many times already. It worked. Now, I'm not saying it works all the time. And here, right here, myself, I saw 3 cases. We call 911. We don't do guided meditation. But I did one time to sit next to that person, and I hold his hand and I say, can you breathe with me? Can you feel the present moment? while we waiting for the police, they came. I did that one right in front of the sister dining hall. We have one man, he go crazy, he punched the wall, and one of our long-term friend, Uncle Lung, also helped and bring him down from the room, and we all sat down in front of the sister dining hall. I really tried that, and I asked him, you feel the present moment? Don't think much. Bring your mind to the present moment. And it worked until the police came. Now, can we do it together now? When you hear one sound the bell, can you go back to yourself and feel the present moment and see what happened? So do you feel it? Do you agree with me? Just when we finish here, we walk out to that door. Everything in here become the past. And you tell me, how's or what is the past? What do you feel? What do you think about the past? When we walk out to that door, maybe on the next half hour, everything here become the past. And our past very peaceful. Don't you think? Do you agree? We can change our path. If someone think in the past, you have so many things make you suffering. So now is the time for you to change your past. Very simple and very concrete. Everybody can do it. If right now, right here, you feel happy, on the next few minutes, this here and now become the past. In the past, you feel peaceful, and you can change the past. And if right here and right now, you know how to cultivate that kind of energy to helping you to feel peace. And on the next few minutes, I'm sure you know how to restore your peaceful in the future. Do you agree? If right here and right now you know how to take care of yourself, how to cultivate the peaceful mind in yourself, and I'm sure on the next few minutes you know how to do the same. And if you can do it regularly, is that possible? Is that possible? You can live your life with a lot of peaceful mind, and joy and happiness. And if you know how to cultivate that kind of energy, and I'm sure when you facing with your difficulty, you know how to transform that difficulty so you can restore your peaceful mind. And Thầy, he gave many different Dharma door to help you, to teach you how to practice that. How you can restore your peaceful mind. Very easy if you practice regularly. So we have few minutes. So I would like to take one or two questions from you. I want you to ask the question so you can help yourself to practice. You can help yourself to bring the peaceful mind back to your body. Any question? You can raise your hand and the microphone will come to you. The microphone will come to you.
Sometimes it's very hard to let go of my thoughts. They just keep coming back, and I stay stuck in them. I bring my awareness to my breath, but they come back. And some days it just seems like I can't get away from them. What do I do?
Yes, thank you for your question. Do you know that problem? I think the same with all of us. All the practitioners, we deal with the same, sometimes the same situation. The past always coming back because the energy of mindfulness is not strong enough to embrace that kind of energy. The past coming back, but the past also bring the energy of, we can say, suffering, but I don't want to use kind of suffering, but irritating, kind of bother you. That kind of energy, that is the energy. And we cultivate here the energy of mindfulness. We want to use that mindfulness to embrace that energy. Our mindfulness is still weak. That's why we cannot embrace and transform the past. So keep practice that to nourish the mindfulness. But also, you need to do something to replay that kind of energy. For example, watch a Dharma Talk. Take a walk outside if conditions available. Go outside to the park or to somewhere you feel peaceful and at ease. Start to practice walking meditation. When you bring your mind down to your body, to your feet, you feel your mind touch the ground and start to walking. We're doing that because we don't want our mind just in here. Bring down and start to practice walking. So our mind go all the way down. So up here, let our mind, the brain, rest. And you have to do something to replace that kind of energy. And if you have someone, they also practice, you can call and talk, share your practice so you can learn the experience from the other. And if possible, come back here with us. We practice together. And please remember, with you, that's important, of course, but you are bigger than that. Not the past, just the past. That emotion, just one of the emotion, not all of you. You are bigger than that. You are stronger than that. Especially, you have a Sangha with you, someone to practice, so you can get help from your Sangha, or at least from us. Come here with us and practice with us. That's why every day, we need to cultivate that kind of energy we call mindfulness. So something happens, we know how to embrace, we know how to transform. So satisfied?
Yes, thank you. That was helpful.
Thank you. We have 5 minutes. One more question? Yes. Can you bring the microphone, please?
As I breathe and try to come into my body, I find parts of my body rebelling, just sitting quietly, whether it's my knees aching or my legs cramping. Do you have some tips for what to do? I want to be still, but sometimes it's hard to be still.
Have you ever to see our teacher?
I'm sorry?
Have you have a chance to see our teacher yet?
No.
No. Okay,
No,
it's
I
fine.
just-
It's okay.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I would like to ask you: do you believe? Not believe, but do you agree? Do you agree? When we talk about the Buddha, for example, when the Buddha he walked, we can recognize that's a Buddha. And when he sit, we also recognize he sitting. And when the Buddha lie down, we also see the Buddha he lie down. Very easy, nothing trick here. For example, you see your son. When he walk, you know he walk. When he sit, you recognize he. When he lie down, you know. Now, the same like that. When we practice, if we know how to cultivate, we call the energy mindfulness, the energy of mindfulness. That means when you walk, you also can cultivate that kind of energy. When you lie down, you also know how to cultivate that kind of energy. And when you sit, you also know how to cultivate that kind of energy. That means all position, you know how to cultivate that kind of energy. That means, when you sit, until you feel enough, slowly stand up and then walk slowly, very slow, so you can keep that kind of energy. Just walk until you feel enough. If you feel tired, just go ahead and lie down. But I want you to keep all position the same. When I say that, you think you understand. But when you put it into the practice, you need extra awareness. Not easy, but we can do it. Why? Because that energy always in us, always. Whatever, whenever, wherever, when you go back, if you're doing right, that energy will cultivate it. Always. That's for sure. I guarantee you that, if you practice right. Your emotion, your happiness, your sadness, your irritation, your loneliness, they come and go. But mindfulness is your. Mindfulness, the energy of the Buddha. The Buddha, they mean the energy of awakened one. Everybody have it. If you know how to cultivate that, how you doing right, you always have that. That's why we are using that kind of mindfulness to embrace our emotion, our emotional. Because mindfulness is yours. Now, can we hear another sound of the bell? I want you to go back to your breathing, aware of your breathing, and feel it. When you are doing right, you will feel your body. You also hear something outside of you. You hear the birds singing. You hear the door closing. You hear everything, and you feel everything. That is yours. But the thing here is sometimes we lose ourselves and we stress. So that's why we need a guided meditation to help us to restore that kind of energy. The guided meditation, one thing is very easy, we can do it right away, is calm and relax. Everything happen to you every time and everywhere. If you feel not comfortable, if you go back to yourself and say, I'm breathing in, I calm my mind, breathing out, I relax my body. If you can say that, if you can do in that, you feel calm and relaxed right away. Now, we can hear another sound of the bell. And I invite you to say it silently in yourself so you can calm and relax. Now we practice that. Breathing in, I calm my mind. Breathing out, I relax my body. Pay attention to your shoulder. Pay attention to your back and relax. Thank you. Thank you very much for practice with us. And I'm so happy at the time you're here, you know what to do. And please come and practice with us whenever you feel comfortable, whenever you have condition. I would like to end it here because in the I have more to say. We can save it for next time. And thank you very much for practicing and listening to me. I hope during the day, just today, you can remember how to practice. Don't think about tomorrow, just today. Practice with us. Thank you. Now you can massage your feet.